What's going on, YouTube, and welcome back to another less than 5-minute gear review. In this video, we're going to be going over two radio pouches. We're going to be going over the TYR Tactical PRC 148 and 152 drop-down tilt-out radio pouch, and also the high ground single-hand drop-down PRC 152 pouch. When it comes to both of these are awesome pouches. They've done everything that I've needed them to do. They're a MOLLE system rather than your Velcro system, so do take that into consideration when you're configuring your kit and how you want to set it up. These are MOLLE on pouches, not your Velcro on that I know a lot of companies are starting to transition over to, or they have options that are set up in that configuration. So take that into consideration. When it comes down to price tags for both of these pouches, the TYR Tactical pouch is going to be around 50 bucks. The PRC 148 is going to be about 45-ish. It's just under 50 bucks, and then the 152 version is just over $50, sitting around like 54-ish dollars. And then the high ground is going to cost you about 75 bucks. So this is definitely a little bit more expensive on the radio pouch side, but this does have a lot of configurable things, and the setup of this really makes being able to get the radio in and out of the pouch a lot easier than most of the pouches that I've used. With that said, both these pouches are awesome, so we'll just get right into it and start talking about the pouches independently. So starting off, we have the TYR Tactical. This is the 148 version. The 152 is almost completely identical to it, with minor differences with the interior and how the interior is set up for the specific radio and how the display and buttons are all set up. So exterior wise, you have these elastic MOLLE loops on the exterior, you have your buckle and then your retention strap on top, and then you have your bungee loop that goes around for being able to just keep things nice and tight, and then your back, like I said, is just that MOLLE on system. So when it comes to the interior, it's just configured for the 148. The 152 is just a little bit different, so that way you can see the display and be able to manipulate all the buttons as needed. And then just a minor difference on the exterior for how the buttons are set up on the exterior versus this. So this is pretty much exactly what the 152 looks like, with just a few minor differences. But when it comes down to it, this pouch is awesome. I've had this for a couple of years now, and it's done an excellent job overall. So with that said, we're moving on to the high ground. So the high ground single hand drop down pouch is definitely a very interesting pouch. I had a buddy show me this and I was like, dude, I need to get one of these. This thing is awesome. So you can pull the radio out the top and you can pull out the radio from the bottom. It just depends on what's going on. I found that this works really well for like commo dudes. If they're having to come over and help you out with your radio and you're having issues with your radio and they need to pull it out, the radio will just slide right out the bottom, which makes this thing awesome. So when it comes to kind of the exterior of this, you have your buckle and then your kind of retention 550 cord strap that goes all the way through the backside of the MOLLE and then up here through the top. You have your zipper on the exterior, so this is going to be the zipper that you'll unzip to be able to pull the radio out the bottom. I've never had any issues with this coming undone, but I've also always kept those 550 cord loops velcroed into that little exterior Velcro retainer. So, and then the back side is just your standard MOLLE like so. So that's what the exterior looks like. Really awesome design and really good setup. When it comes to the interior and how this is a little bit different, so that 550 cord, like I was saying, runs through the entire system, so that way you can open this up and you can see everything that's going on with your radio and being able to manipulate your radio and all that, but it's not going to fall down all the way like this one. With the 152, when you open this up, or 148, 152 TYR Tactical pouch, even though there's Velcro in there to hold everything in place, if that Velcro comes undone or the weight of the radio pulls down on it, this is going to fall all the way down. Where this, you have that 550 cord helping retain everything. So with that said, I mean, that's really it when it comes to the interior of this thing. I think this pouch is awesome. I also think the TYR Tactical is awesome. Both do a really good job when it just comes to holding your radio. So definitely take a look at both. Both of these radio pouches are phenomenal products. They do a really good job. I am working on getting the Cry Precision radio pouches, so that way you guys can see those as well and kind of get a little bit more of a 360 view in how they're configured in comparison to these guys. So with that said, if you have any questions, please leave a comment. We'll answer any questions that you have. Like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.